It's International Nurses Day, and in conjunction with that, Hearts and Smiles, www.heartsandsmiles.ca, a place where you can get this t-shirt, or you can also purchase a mask with the money going to those that are on the front lines. And Devin Shore, the Columbus Blue Jackets, knows exactly what's that like. Devin, your mom is a nurse. Congratulations to her and all of her co-workers for what they've been doing. What's it been like for you to see her in the heat of the action with COVID-19?
It's been pretty crazy. First of all, just with everything that's going on in the whole world, but when you start thinking about your mom and what she's doing, it definitely hits home a little harder. There's a huge sense of pride, but there's also a little bit of worry too. So I talk to her almost every day. We're in different provinces right now, so I can't give her a hug or anything like that. But we keep in touch a lot, and it's pretty cool to see what she's been doing and how much sacrifices she's made to help out.
What's her name? Where's she working? And what's it been like at the facility where she's at regarding COVID-19?
Her name is Andrea Shore, and she works within the Lake Ridge Health System, which is a series of hospitals on the east of the GTA. So there's one, I think there's one in, don't quote me here, but I believe there's one in Ajax, Whitby, Oshawa, Bowmanville, and Port Hope. So in and around that area. And they're getting hit just or as far as I know, they're getting hit just as hard as a lot of places around the country, unfortunately. Her job specifically, she's an occupational health nurse, so she spends a lot of time on her computer doing research into the employees of the hospital. So she's kind of overseeing, her and her team, they oversee all the employees in the hospital along with the patients. So it's the doctors, the nurses, the janitors, the administrators. So any employee of that hospital system, if they were to get COVID or even in normal times, she just kind of overlooks and makes sure she knows what's going on regarding the health backgrounds of all the employees. So it's been pretty crazy. She's been having to do a lot of backtracking and figuring out if people got it, where they've traveled, who they might have got it from, and who they've been in contact with since. So it's been hectic.
When you do speak with her, what's your sense of how she's handling this? Because so much of it is trying to help other people, but at times you got to make sure that you're helping yourself and you're okay in order to do your job properly.
Yeah, she definitely has good days and bad. I think with everyone who's been dealing with this, sometimes I think the stresses of it maybe get to her a little more than others, but for the most part, she's been very strong and very resilient. So it's nice to talk to her on the phone and just kind of remind her of how proud we are of her, and be there to for her if she needs to vent and whatnot. So there are times. The good thing is she's, with her job, she's able to work at home at times. She doesn't have to go into the hospital on certain days. She can kind of do her computer work, and on days where it's mostly just emails and, like I said, that kind of backtracking, she's able to work from home. So that gives, I know, my dad and me and my brother a little bit more sense of peace of mind, I should say. But good days and bad.
So when you're a kid and your mom is a nurse, and when you finally realize your mom's a nurse, did you think, wow, that's a cool job or a dangerous job? How did you kind of summarize the position that she had and the career she had?
I always thought it was a cool job, and me and my brother, we played hockey in the winters and lacrosse in the summer. So it was cool that we obviously got hurt a lot. So if we broke a bone or you really had something serious, you had to go to the hospital. But all the little nicks and bruises, she was able to take care and dress our cuts and tape our ankles and stuff. So I know she was the trainer on my brother's hockey team when he was playing minor hockey. So it was kind of cool. There are sometimes, I think she even, when we were younger, she'd give us our flu shot while we were sleeping, just because. So when I'm fine with needles now, but it's just kind of funny looking back. Maybe you don't want to get a shot and stuff, so she'd just come in, she'd bring the flu shot in, and she'd just quickly wake me up. Hey, just wanted to know, I just gave you your flu shot. And I'm like, okay, trying to get to sleep now. So it's kind of funny.
How concerned have you been, and do you find that the concern is lessening as we continue, as a country and for some parts of the world, get a bit of a better handle on what's going on with COVID-19?
It's still concerning to me. I think you always basically the way my mom says or talks about the virus, it is, and I might be stating the obvious, but it's just crazy contagious. So that I know she's doing everything she can with the hand washing and wearing a mask and staying away from my grandparents as much as she can and staying away from her friends. She's doing everything she can, but the reality is we've seen how wild it's spread. So in that regard, it's still a little concerning. But like you said, as more information continues to come in, you at least get some more knowledge on what's going on between the governments and the health systems. But in the same way as hockey players, we're trying to figure out what's going on moving forward. The whole world's doing the same thing, whereas there's still a ton of unknowns. So I think it's just kind of the concern and the fear of the unknown that's the most worrisome for me.
What makes you most proud of what she's doing?
I think just I've seen how hard she's worked and how much extra time she's put in to help others, and not only her but anybody working on the front lines in hospitals and in grocery stores and anything that's still open. They are putting their health to varying degrees. They're putting their health on the line to keep the world going and to help people who really need it. So when I can say, hey, my mom's doing something like that to help others, there's a huge sense of pride, and it makes me appreciate her having her as a mom.
Well, that's well said. Coming off Mother's Day and now International Nurses Day, we thank your mom and those she works with and all frontline workers for what they're doing. And we thank you, Devin, for your time, talking about someone who's very important to you and very important to all of us these days.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to talk to you.